Hi, today I'll be introducing my stats project. In the stats project, one can enter in student heights as well as a corresponding classroom name and complete multiple operations on this data. In my first class called stats, set and get methods are used to take in data such as inputted data or default data for the heights in the classroom name and later return these values in the get methods. In addition, there are methods to calculate the averages and max of this default or inputted data. In the next tester class, these methods are implemented to display the values of the default and the inputted data. The default data will display using a loop, and for the entered data, it will first take in the name of the classroom and 5 student heights as two different variables, and then we'll create a new stats object that will use the variables for the classroom name as well as the student heights. It will then call the previous class to display both the title and the heights. It will also call the methods for averages and maximum to display the average and maximum of these values. Next comes the main method of this program. It will first ask the user to enter in information for the number of classrooms within the school. It will take in this value as an integer and um, it will be used and in a loop to ask for the classroom name as well as the 10 classroom heights and will complete until it has fulfilled the number of total classrooms the user has entered in. It will instantiate a stats object called classroom and heights, which makes an array of both the classroom name as well as the heights list, and add this under one index to a stats array called classroom and heights, and will repeat until it has fulfilled the total number of classrooms. So it will make a stats array called classroom and heights with a length of the integer that the user entered in the beginning of this main method. Next, the user will be prompted with a menu that gives the user many options for the operations they can complete on this new stats array. If they enter 1, they can search for a classroom. For 2, they can modify a classroom's heights. For 3, they can add a new classroom's heights. For 4, they can print all the classroom heights, and this loop will continue until the user has entered in Q, which will quit the entire program. Below are if-else statements corresponding to each operation that the user can complete. Below each if-else statement, there is also a method included with a name corresponding to its operation that is called to from a list of several public methods that complete these operations. So below these if-else statements are the methods that complete the operations that will take in parameters such as the name of the classroom as well as the array of classroom and heights. And for example, for the search method, they will run a loop to see which title of classroom matches the classroom, any of the classrooms in the stats array, and will then call the getHeights method to display this classroom and as well as the data for the classroom. Many of the methods below have similar formatting to this previous search method by taking in parameters such as the name of the classroom or the stats array or the default heights, and they will complete operations. So now I'll be running my program to see all of these um, implemented together. So first I ask for the name of the classroom, and again, this is for the first part of our main method. So as you can see, it displays our entered classroom name and heights, and it calculates the average and the maximum heights. So now I ask for how many classrooms I wish to include in the classroom, and the name and heights for each classroom. So now comes the menu, and I can first, for example, search for a classroom. It does this as I enter in a name, and it will display the name as well as the corresponding classrooms. So now I can modify classroom heights. So let's say I want to modify the Bill classroom's heights, so I enter in 10 new heights. So it will now place these new values under Bill's heights. And I can do that. Let's say let's say I print all the classroom heights. It will show the new modified classroom heights that I entered in. I can also add a new classroom height by entering a new name as well as the 10 heights. So this added a new stats object to the array of stats objects, and now I can print all of the values. As you can see, it's 3 sets of classrooms. And in the end, I can quit the program. Thank you for watching.